Okay, wow, where do I begin? I guess I'll begin by saying that I'm extremely proud of our growth from last July all the way up to this very moment. When you put a team together and it's comprised of 10 completely new players coming into your program and an entirely new coaching staff, you are setting yourself up to have to go through some growing pains. But something miraculous happened with the group of people that we have and the leadership that we have in place with our coaching staff and support staff. We were able to find a level of chemistry that usually is found late into the season or mid-season when you have that many new people. Everyone came together and we were committed to the same cause, and we were able to win games early on, and it was all based off of our togetherness off of the court that aided us on the defensive end on the court. That type of communication and camaraderie off the court, it exemplified itself in a major way for us on the defensive end night in and night out, and we were able to gut out some tremendous wins and go on runs, winning streaks. Now, when you get to our conference tournament and our conference play, I think we had successes, but when you look at all of our 10 losses this year, I'd probably say 8 or 9 of them were losses that we shot ourselves in our own foot, not necessarily that someone beat us. So it shows that we have a very good team. It's just that we let up off of the gas at some of the most important moments. But we still were able to win a considerable amount of games to where it put us in an opportunity to have postseason play. And that postseason play came in the form of the WNIT. And I'm so happy for this opportunity, not just for us, but for any other teams that may have had their hearts broken after a great season, and it just doesn't feel right for it to end. And now when you have the WNIT knocking at your door and you have an opportunity to play and fight for a championship, that is that wonderful salve that you need to kind of put on the broken parts of you, the sore parts of you, to help you to heal. But at the same time, while I'm praising the WNIT, I think they really need to work on their scheduling, because there is not enough time for a team to travel 400 miles away, play on a Friday night, jump on a bus and get back 5 a.m. on a Saturday, and then you have to turn around and play on Sunday at 2 o'clock. I don't think that is fair. I think they need to work those kinks out, because your opponent may be sitting at home, played Wednesday night, and then they have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to prep, recover, and travel to get to you. There's an imbalance there, and I would hope that they would want a better showing where both teams can come out fresh. Both teams can come out with a considerable amount of opportunities to scout, so that there can be a better game displayed, and the athletes deserve that. If we're looking at the well-being of the student athlete, then they should. The NCAA, I don't think that happens on that level. You do have a considerable amount of time to prep and to rest, because you're going on national TV. You want to have the best product out there possible. It's already bad enough that the women's game gets so heavily critiqued by couch coaches, weekend warriors, people that can't run and chew gum at the same time. And when you set the women up to go and have to play through a tremendous amount of fatigue because they play hard and they don't have enough time to prep and rest for a game, I don't think that is showing enough respect towards what these young women do and how hard they go at doing it. But all in all, I have to say that I'm so proud of our program. I'm so proud of our growth, and this is only the beginning. I think that something special is on the brink, and I love the fact that we're getting these reps in postseason, because these reps breed success. And when you have an opportunity to play in the postseason, you can change the conversation in the summertime, because now you've had an experience that many others haven't, and this is a perfect segue and a springboard for us to catapult ourselves to be able to dance and dance properly in the NCAA tournament, where I feel our type of team and the caliber level that we play at deserves to be.
You had more turnovers than usual, actually more than them, and they had more steals than you did, which is unusual for you all. Do you think fatigue had anything to do with that?
Most definitely, fatigue had everything to do with it. That's something that we normally don't do. We pride ourselves on taking care of the ball. But when you watched our team this entire season, when we're fatigued, it shows itself in a different way. We're still uberly athletic. We're still explosively fast. But when we're fatigued, it almost has an element of out of control to it. And the young lady sitting beside me, whenever she's tripping over her feet or mishandling the ball, she's trying to fight through fatigue, and it shows itself in ways to where she's imbalanced. And, you know, when she's well rested, she is a force to be reckoned with, as well as her teammates. But tonight, we telegraphed a lot. I feel like there was a little bit of brain fog when it came to not being as sharp as we normally are. That played a part into them stealing the ball from us when we're trying to make post-entry passes. Or our bigs are trying to get into their dribble moves with their back to the basket, and we're either dribbling it off of our leg, or they're coming around and they're digging down and they're stealing those balls. So while they had 8 steals, I'd say we gave them those 8 steals, but under normal circumstances, that wouldn't happen.
The timeout call that you got the technical for, was that, do you think that was a time? Obviously, you didn't think that was a well called. No.
It was not. It was not. It should not have been a timeout called. It should have been a turnover and our ball. That's how I saw it, and I'm adamant about that unless I watch film and see different. I also feel in that moment, for her to be that quick with her trigger to want to tech, it just shows that you were itching to find a way to change the momentum in the course of the game. It's so disappointing to me when you see your team playing hard, you see the other team playing hard, and calls that are normal calls aren't being made. I don't get that. And it's so upsetting when the game and the flow of the game is mismanaged by the officials. If anything, they should be allowing the players to set the tone, not them. This show doesn't have anything to do with them. It's all about the players and them displaying their athletic abilities and the coaches going wit for wit with one another. But having to maneuver through some of the unpredictableness that goes on when it comes to officiating, that's tough. It really is. But yes, I got the technical. I guess I earned the technical. But I wouldn't say that is the thing that caused us to lose. When you give up 8 turnovers to one player having 8 steals, and then they converted our turnovers and we didn't convert theirs, there's the ball game.
Maury, did you feel a little fatigue?
My legs probably felt a little heavy just because we did play the other day, but I mean, I felt as if we all probably felt that way, but we were just trying to fight through fatigue. But like my legs did feel a little heavy.
Disappointing way to end the season, or was it good to come home one more time, or was it a little bit of both?
A little bit of both. It definitely felt good to come back and get to play in the chart way again. But I'm a bit disappointed because I feel as if we should have won this game tonight. But I am proud of my team. Like Coach D said, we have grown a lot. Just in the past week, we've grown a lot too. So I am still proud of my team.
And you guys came out the Towson game, one of your best games of the year.
Yes, sir. I think last game we did click on all cylinders, and we were just celebrating each other, celebrating all the small things. It really felt good to be out there. So that's just the one moment of growth that I was talking about the past week.
So are you still coming back next season?
I'll be back.
Okay. All right. What do you have to say about Iggy, her final game, college game?
Iggy Allen, I'm super proud of her, and I'm super proud of her for betting on herself and taking the road less traveled. With her talent, she could easily be on the Power 5 level right now. When you have the likes of Baylor and Oregon knocking at your door, and you have little old ODU in the recruiting mix, and for her to trust us with her her last hurrah and to trust us with helping her build a future for herself in this game, that speaks volumes. She has been so good to this program in so many ways. I know a lot of people can probably get rubbed the wrong way because of her shot selection sometimes, but I want people to take a different type of look at Iggy. You have to change your lens and you have to see how she affects the game in so many beautiful ways. Her ability to rebound with her size and her strength from a guard position, her ability to push the ball as hard as she does and to finish in the paint with contact. And then you add in her sweet pull-up jumper and her dagger three-point shooting abilities. I'm super proud of her, and I hope that the best is yet to come for an individual like her. I'm going to do everything in my power to try to make all of her dreams come true because she should be rewarded with that, just from her taking the chance on us the way that she did and coming in and being what she has been for this program. She was an added asset to everything that we were trying to do for this year. We had conversations at the end of last season, and I told the young ladies, I'm going to go out and find reinforcement. And what greater way to bring in reinforcement than through the play of someone like Iggy Allen, your conference player of the year, averaging a double-double from the guard position and just being the killer that she can be. She kept us in games. She went on scoring sprees in the fourth quarter alone to help us win games. She's defended well for us and asked to defend the best player on the floor. You couldn't ask for more for a player like her. But it wasn't just her efforts alone that I'm extremely proud of. When you look at Asia Wayne, giving everything that she gave and going down the way that she did, that was a huge blow for us. Maggie Robinson, her three-point shooting was something that we tremendously missed, and her toughness in the paint from the post position is second to none. And then you have Talia Washington, transfer from Syracuse. We missed her shooting ability from NBA range. You know, there's too many times that teams just sag in and clog the paint up, but when you have those three players that are out in the most crucial moments for you throughout the year, it shows just how valuable they are.
One last thing.
Yes.
Brianna, with the second to the last shot you took, was that who you were looking for? Was that a set play?
It wasn't, but it just happened to get into her hands, and we've been working on that three-point shot all year long, and she finally hit it when we needed it the most. But I felt like she probably got a little bit too excited about that three, that it took all of her oomph away to score the one that really could have won the game for us. But we had two chances, you know. Even Iggy Allen's shot with .8, I felt like the whistle should have been blown because it was too aggressive of an act where a player is slapping down when a player is going up. In that moment, now you want to swallow the whistle and let the players decide when you've been deciding the game all game long. That's just baffling to me in that moment. And for her to be the player that she is, that's what she does. Blow the whistle. Let her see if we're going to continue this thing or not by knocking down 3 free throws.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.